was Exercise Medflex Able from 28 March to 1 April. Pillar of Hercules, gateway to the Mediterranean. British men of war stand off Gibraltar's 1,000-foot peak. British aircraft prepare for a support mission. Propeller-driven Avengers and Skyraiders combine with jet attackers and Seahawks. On the carrier Essex, British pilots are briefed on today's sorties. During this exercise, they will practice various missions: offensive, defensive, reconnaissance. In World War II, the prime mission in the Mediterranean theater was to defend Gibraltar and the Suez Canal. Now, in addition, these men protect the fabulous oil fields of the Near East. Once Phoenician galley ships measured the Mediterranean Sea in terms of weeks. To a jet, it is minutes. These floating bases are part of an air defense ring that encircles Western Europe. A typical scene throughout the Mediterranean and the Atlantic. Today, the NATO buildup has shifted its emphasis from numerical strength to combat readiness. Carrier-based helicopters hover nearby for quick rescue work in case of accident. A few years ago, war was thought inevitable. Its threat has receded with each day of NATO training. This 5-day exercise comes in early spring after Europe's winter storms. The Sirocco, the warm Mediterranean wind, brings perfect flying weather. NATO was originally built on supplies from the Marshall Plan. Now there is a continuous 3,000-mile supply line from America across the Atlantic to Europe. The cost, of course, is tremendous. Already NATO has cost as much as the Marshall Plan. The total is about $17 billion to date. It will continue to cost about $4 billion per year. The United States carries most of this financial burden. The price of peace. The price of establishing American defense lines 3,000 miles away from American soil. The birds come home to roost. This exercise has been observed by French and Italian representatives. On every ship, you find men from several nations united in one belief: that a show of strength is the only road to peace. Firefighters wait as the planes come in. Carrier landings, although well developed in World War II, still have an element of risk. One British pilot brings in a crippled plane. His landing gear fails to operate. He comes in for a belly landing on his empty gas tank.